you have been looking for a very easy strategy and profitable one that you can use to grow your small trading account, then grab a seat and come closer because I want to show you a strategy that's going to transform your trading experience. Okay, now so this strategy is easy to follow and is beginner friendly. So I want you to just pay close attention to what I'm going to be explaining to you and how I took this trade right here, okay, and how I became profitable using this strategy. So this strategy is purely price action. We won't be using any indicator, and just pay attention. So what I look out for before taking this trade, you can see that we currently have trade running. Okay, there's a bit of retracement right over here. Okay, can you see that on this candle? This is the daily time frame. Okay, this is the daily time frame, and this trade has been running for about 3 days. Okay, so currently we are running a profit, and we'll have 2 positions right here, and we'll have about $66 already, and we took this trade with just 45 cents, guys. With just 45 cents, you can see that you can make massive profits using this strategy even with your small trading accounts, guys. So what I'm going to explain to you is the fair value gap strategy. Okay, so identifying your fair value gap. So let me zoom out right here. Okay, so this is the daily time frame. Okay, so what I look out for before taking this trade, firstly, I checked out my chart. I looked back at my chart and I saw, now when you come to your chart, what you look out for is who is in control, like who is winning. Is it the buyers or is it the sellers? And when I went through my chart, I saw that the sellers has been winning. Obviously, you can see that the sellers have been winning. Price has been on a bearish trend. Can you see that? And right here, I noticed that sellers are already getting exhausted and buyers are already stepping in. And right here, we have the liquidity grab right here. Okay, so we got liquidity grab right here. And when that happens, you know that buyers are going to step in full force. Okay, so after I've identified the liquidity grab, the next thing I look out for, I checked for support zones. Okay, previous support zones, what happened at the zones. Okay, now right here we have support zones here. Can you see that? We have the first support zone here. You see price respected that zone. Okay, we had another support zone here even after the liquidity grab. So even after the liquidity grab, price also respected the previous support zone. Can you see that? So what did I then look out for? I checked for FVG, fair value gap. So I searched for fair value gap. Okay, can you see that? This right here where I mark out with my rectangle. Okay, there was a gap here which I knew that price is definitely going to come backwards and balance that gap, okay, and fill in that gap. So right here we have the gap. Can you see that? So that is the gap which I was waiting for before taking the trade. So I waited to see if price was going to come back, and right here price came back, but it didn't tap into that zone properly. Okay, if price is coming back and to tap into that zone, when it taps to the upper part of your zone, that is not enough conviction for you to take a trade. You have to wait until price taps to the lower part of your zone. Okay, at least it should go below halfway. It should, like if you divide this rectangle into 2, okay, the lower part of it, that is where price should come in. Okay, I'm just going to draw another rectangle for you to show you what I'm explaining. Okay, so let's say this is your zone right here, and this is the middle. Can you see that this is the middle of your rectangle? If price retraces, right? Okay, so let's say you have your higher high, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Okay, so let's say price retraces and it taps here, okay, and goes back. I won't take trade at that zone. Okay, I want a situation where price is going to come, whereby a situation is going to come and tap into the lower parts. Okay, can you see that? The lower part of my rectangle, of my zone. Okay, that is when I will take the trade, and that is exactly what happened right here that I'm explaining to you. So the initial tap, so when you see, look closely, the initial tap right here did not go to the lower part of my zone, though it tapped in slightly, but it didn't go to the lower part of my zone. So I had to wait. I was patient. When you're trading, you have to be patient. Okay, when you're patient, you'll be profitable, you'll be successful. So I had to wait until price tapped into the lower part of my zone, and then right there I took the trade, and boom, it retraced. Okay, it respected the support level again, and it retraced and started trending up, and I became profitable. Can you see that? This is the daily time frame. Let's head over to the 1 hour time frame to see exactly what happened right here when price tapped into that zone. So this is the 1 hour time frame, and right here you can obviously see what the actions of the candle, the shapes of the candle, okay, clearly, and you can purely identify reversal candlesticks right here, which we have the hammer. Okay, can you see when price tapped into that zone? Okay, it went below and it formed the hammer. Okay, that is saying that buyers are stepping in, and though there was a bearish pressure, sellers pushed price below, but buyers stepped in and pushed it upward again. So when that happened, after seeing that candlesticks, okay, showing buying pressure, you have to wait for the close of that candle and wait for the second candle to what? To form, which is the bullish engulfing. Can you see that? The bullish engulfing candle appeared. That is another convention that price is going to go upward. The buyers are beginning to win, and then right there we became profitable with our trade. Can you see that? So when trading in, we had massive profit, guys. Can you see that? We had massive profits, and the trade is currently at $66. Now you got $66 with just 45 cents. Isn't that massive? That's massive, guys. And that is how to grow your small trading account. If you want to grow a small trading account, you need to be patient and you don't need to be greedy. If you look right here, I used a very small lot size, the lowest lot size. Okay, that is what, for this asset, that is what I used. I didn't I wasn't ready to go into the trade with big lots, with big lot size, knowing well that I'm growing a small account. I had to use the lowest lot size. So when you're growing your small trading account, use the lowest lot size and maintain that lot size, okay, until the account grows to a certain level. Then you can then decide to what? To increase it just a little bit. Increase it just a little bit, okay. And when growing a small trading account, ensure after every trading session withdraw your profits, okay. So you move your profits to your broker, okay. This is MT5, so you move it from here to your broker, to your wallet, and you leave it there. It will be growing there too. You didn't withdraw it to your local bank account, no. It's still on your trading account, okay. So you just move it there and let it be saved there. You understand? So that is it. Identify fair value gap and entering and waiting for when price is going to come back to that gap is going to make you profitable, and it's going to help you grow your small trading account. Let me show you another fair value gap and what happened right there. Okay, so let's look at another little gap over here. Okay, so right here we have a little example of FVG. Can you see that? Okay, so there was a gap right here. The price trended up, right? It traded up, okay, and then it came back. Okay, there was a pullback. It came back to fill in, to balance that place. So as soon as it has balanced that place, what did you get next? It was a reversal to the upside. Can you see that? So if you set your trap here, fair value gaps are good positions for you to set a trap. Okay, you want to catch big profits, you want to make big profits, you have to set traps, identify gaps in the market, identify gaps in your chart, and set your trap right there. So if you have seen this market right here leaving this gap, okay, you have to what? Set a trap right here at this zone and wait for price to come to tap into that zone, and then boom, you're going to go into profit, guys. So this is how to grow your small trading account by identifying gaps in the market. Okay, set your entry right there and wait for price to come tap into that zone, and then you get massive profits. Okay, now when you are doing this, ensure that you have checked the overall trend. Check who is winning. Check who has been winning. Okay, has the sellers been in control? Is there an exhaustion? Is there an exhaustion in the market? Did you notice any exhaustion? So you don't just jump into any fair value gap. Okay, you don't just jump into any fair value gap. So you have to observe your trend, observe where is the market heading to. Okay, before knowing if you're gonna go look for a buy fair value gap or a sell fair value gap. Okay, so that is how I came about this trade right here. You can see that we made massive profits using just 45 cents, guys. Just 45 cents, and price is still going to trend up, although it's having little time of retracement right here. Can you see that? Can you see that? It's like forming an indecision candlestick right there. But price is still gonna go up, guys, because looking at this chart here, I feel this is what the head and shoulder. Can you see that? Can you see that? So I feel this is the head and shoulder, and I'm still gonna hold on to this trade to see what happens. Okay, so this is how to grow a small trading account. Just identify gaps in the market, set your traps, and get your entry, and you are gonna be so profitable. So if you got value from this video, I want you to hit the subscribe button, like this video, drop a comment in the comment section, and turn on your notification bell so you'll be notified. We post many more great strategies that are going to make you profitable. Keep winning. Thanks for watching. Bye.